What's up everybody, Smooth Cosplayer here, your favorite salsa dancing cosplayer. Today we're talking about cosplay problems. Hashtag cosplay problems. Now I'm being a little dramatic when I say problems because the cosplay problems I'm going to talk about aren't any big, deep, serious issues in the cosplay community. I am going to continue to do videos on those. But with these cosplay problems videos, I'm going to hit you with a few at a time. And these are going to be very lighthearted and fun. And for the most part, just minor inconveniences and annoyances that we cosplayers experience in our, making our cosplays, cosplaying, going to cons, all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, here's episode 1 of Cosplay Problems. Hashtag Cosplay Problems. Cosplay problem number 1, new costume. Who dis? Anything like me, you have a hard time remembering people in general. You might remember somebody's face and not their name, or their name and not their face. You might not remember either. And that problem gets amplified in cosplay because, you meet somebody and there's so much different about what you would normally see with them. Different costume, they got prosthetics on, they got a lot more makeup on, and they might have body paint, face paint on. You might not even see their face at all. All those different things keep you from seeing the real person. I know for me, whenever I go to a con and I meet somebody and I see that person with that dope costume, I'll go walk over to them, get a picture, and ask them their name. I say, hey, what's your name? Like, dude, I've met you like 20 times already. So that happens to me like several times at a convention. And it takes me several times of meeting you to finally get to a point where I can recognize you outside of that first costume I met you in. Because that's my thing. Whatever costume you're wearing when I meet you, that's my vision of you for like forever. So it takes a while for me to get to the point where I can recognize you outside of that costume. Like for example, my man No Fate Cosplay, big shout out to No Fate. There were several conventions that we were at together, hanging out with the same people, hanging out in the same area at the same photo shoot, and I don't know that that's him, and he's standing like 2 feet next to me. Nowadays, I know it's him even if I don't see his face. Like last time I saw him, I think he was I forget if it was Jason or Leatherface from one of those two he was cosplaying as. He had a mask on, so I couldn't see his face, but I was like, that's you, ain't it? Yeah, so I eventually grow. I eventually get to the point where I can recognize you outside of that. But y'all, if I meet you in person and I see you later on in the con, or shoot, even later on the same day, if you're wearing a different costume, just please charge it to my head and not my heart when I don't recognize you, okay? Bad memory like that. So shout out to everybody who has bad memory like that. So, hopefully I'm not by myself on that. Hopefully I'm among good company with that. But yeah, for me, you forget my name, that's cool. As long as you recognize me when you see me, as long as you say hi and give me a hug, or you don't have to give me a hug. I'm a big hugger. But yeah, as long as you recognize me when you see me, we good. I'll give you a few years to remember my name. But so that's it for that one. Now, cosplay problem number 2. Getting called the wrong character. If you've been cosplaying for any amount of time, this has happened to you. Unless you mainly cosplay as super mainstream, super popular, super recognizable characters like say a Superman or a Batman or somebody like that, then you have probably been called the wrong character while you're in your cosplay. And it can get a little frustrating, but some people are annoyed more than others by that. For me, it's not really an annoyance, but it's more of a, dang, how did you get that out of this? Like, just the dumbfoundedness, the befuddlement that I get when I hear someone call out a particular character and it's nowhere near close to the character I'm wearing. Like, not even in the same sport, let alone the same ballpark, So for me, I'm cool about it, but it's just, I'm like, dang, how did you get that? Now, there are some people, and this is not an insult to them, I just, I don't think it's that serious, but there are some people who get super upset, super annoyed, super just irritated when you call them the wrong character. Like, they will, I'm not that character, or they'll stalk off with this exasperated look and everything. I'm like, it's not that serious, okay? Like, now, I don't mean to make fun or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't mean to minimize that, because I can understand why someone would get that upset, or why that would upset somebody, because you spend X amount of hours, X amount of dollars, X amount of effort into making this cosplay. You don't do all of that just to have somebody be like, oh, you're this character. Like, no, it's not it. But yeah, I don't think it's that serious, but I get it. At least I think I do. Anyway. But yeah, now the flip side of that, for people who are doing the misidentification of the character, it's kind of hard with them because like you can't sound. It's hard to not sound like a jerk no matter how you frame it. Like for me, if you call me the wrong character, you know, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be rude. But I'm also not going to say that you got it right and you didn't. And for some people, that just ain't good enough. Some people will get a slight attitude with you, or some people will just get super upset because you didn't just say they were right. Well, come on, man. Wasn't I in the same ballpark? Not really. But don't I get points for being close? What you need points for? It's not a game. We're not playing a game. Like, you know, I'm not going to say that you got it right when you didn't. You know, I will politely say, hey, not quite. I'm this character, but thank you. Or, no, I'm this character, but cool. I appreciate the compliment. You know, I'll say that. But, you know, to some people, you will always sound like a jerk when you correct them on the cosplay that they got wrong. But yeah, so I'm actually going to spin this one off into another sub-series of my YouTube channel, as if I don't have enough already. This one will be called Wrong Cosplay Wednesday. So I haven't decided what Wednesday of the month I'm going to do it on, but that Wednesday of the month, I will do Wrong Cosplay Wednesday, and I will take one, maybe two of my cosplays and just let y'all laugh at the different misidentifications that cosplay has had. So be on the lookout for Wrong Cosplay Wednesday. Be on the lookout for more episodes of #Cosplay Problems. That's it for me for right now. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good time at whatever con you're going to next. Good luck on your cosplay build. Hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that little bell for the notifications, and y'all have a good night. Peace.